Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dope Academy podcast. Hey,
I'm sorry, I'm getting used to it, y'all. I've hit the wrong
he's
one.
obsessed with that board, for real, for real. Anyways, look, I'm already scratching my hair and shit. Anyways, welcome to the Dope Academy podcast. I'm your host, Mona, aka listen, I'm gonna say my real name, my whole name, my government. I was gonna say,
Mona
aka
Brown.
Mona Natasha Brown,
Mona Brown.
Mona Kane.
Mona Kane.
Mona Kane. Thank you. And to my left is my co-host, Cedric.
AKA Mr. Superstar, AKA Lock Prince, AKA I Am Him.
AKA none of those names is his Instagram name.
You're right.
On Instagram, he's Brand New Start.
You know.
Which
plug.
is, that's the type of shit a nigga says when they don't fucked up real bad and then like they have to try to rebrand themselves. So I'm gonna go look for that old page. I just thought about that. I'm gonna go look for your old page because
It's out there.
that Brand New Start name just told me that some shit is on there, right?
It's out there.
You know. Hey Trina, thank you for tapping in.
What's up?
Y'all make sure y'all chime in the comments. We have a really good show planned for you today.
Yes.
All right. So first, we're going to introduce our special guest co-host. This is her third time being on the Dope Academy podcast. As you know, we started the Dope Academy way back during COVID from my living room. And we've come a long way. And I thank everybody who tunes in, who has supported over the years, all that good stuff. And this particular next co-host has definitely been in support. I was introduced to her through like the open mic scene and, artist world. You guys know I'm a poet and she's a rapper and many other things, which you'll find out. But that's how I met her. And she's been on 2 previous episodes. I wish I would have looked up the episode numbers, but she has been on here before. But anyway, she used to live in Virginia, and she's from my hometown, Woodbridge. Hey, Woodbridge. Woodbridge, home of Shabuzi and the $1 Million Baby song. What's it? Tommy Norman? What's his name? Dang, I feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, white boy.
He's good too. He's good.
Sorry.
Great singer.
Great. Yeah, man. I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry. I used to hang out at like Oasis or Britney's and all those places. But anyways. Hey Shakara, thanks for tapping in.
What's up?
So she's from my hometown, so I definitely, love to see her progress and everything that she has going on. She moved away from here and she's in Atlanta, so unfortunately she's not able to be here in person, but she is here virtually today, and the Wi-Fi is jumping.
Booming.
Usually we don't like the virtual for co-host situations because the audio be kind of crazy, but it's actually good, so we're good. And I'm talking about no other than Shy, the artist, Shael Porter. Hey!
What up, Shy?
What's up, Shy?
That was a dope introduction. I actually fuck with that. I like that. That made me feel like, damn, as soon as I said back in Woodbridge,
you know what I'm saying? Stepping
out with the stepping.
Hey, yo, your shirt is dope as shit, too. I just noticed that.
I made
what?
This. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, man.
Yes.
So it's a friend that I have collabed with. His clothing line is Brainless Clothing.
Okay.
And I made the design for him. And this was like a mock-up, a rough draft. He's actually working close with a designer that works for Chrome Hearts that's going to be working on some designs. And Odell Beckham. So it's gonna be some cool stuff about to come out by that. So
okay. That's dope. And I'm gonna need one of them shirts. We talk about that later though.
Speaking of shirts, Mona, can you show your shirt?
Oh, my shirt says I'm literally just a lesbian.
Can't get no gayer than that.
Because it is Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Everybody.
We're gonna get into that in a little bit. Okay, so first I want to have you take just a moment to tell the people who you are. If you have to talk about who is Shy, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you got going on? All that good stuff. EK is going to put the first slide up so you can go into that towards the end as well. But yeah, go ahead. Tell the people who you are.
For sure. For everyone that don't know, I am Shy, the artist. They call me Shael, is my name. I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia. Graduated from Garfield. So I'm from home.
My rival school. Yeah. I'm from Potomac. What's up?
Everybody should know exactly what's going on. But I left Woodbridge to pursue music. That's what I was known for somewhat in Woodbridge, doing the rapping and open mic. After that, I left to Atlanta and I got into doing acting. watching, and now I'm actually on Tubi. Well, Tubi's dropping on July
Put
15th.
that slide up.
I'm on Amazon Prime.
Oh, we don't see that. Oh,
Got other big things coming. So that, as far as me, that's what I'm doing right now. My acting is going big.
That's all right. That's
Congratulations.
all right. Congratulations for sure.
All right, so let's talk about your film work, because that has definitely taken off since you went to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So, Lies of Deception, what is that about?
So, Lies of Deception, in my way of putting it, I played this character named Kenji. Her father was a old-time D-boy, like the big head honcho. And he was partners with this guy that you guys would see. His name on there is, what the man name? He's the main character, James. You want to remember that name, James. He wrote it, co-produced it, produced everything. And he is my enemy, like my arch nemesis. And in that show, I portray a woman who can have certain power and respect and leadership like a man in that role, as my father played, dealing with such business, money, drugs, family issues, street issues, and it's like the daughter taking over. So that was pretty dope. The storyline is not really significant. Another crime drama. Like, I think what sets it apart though is, I mean, for me, because I mean, a lot of these crime drama series steer to what Power was trying to do, which is cool. It's just their own way in different areas. So that's how I look at it. But it was really different for me because Power is the typical men in lead. Like, you got Tyreek, the hard head ass. Like, you got Brayden, like another one that come with money. For me, it's like, okay, well, what do you think you're supposed to be doing? You a woman. What do you think you is? And then when you guys watch that second season, you'll see like, okay, like, now I want to see more. Like, yeah. So hopefully we're gearing up for season 3 on that one.
And then Lines of Allegiance, what's that about?
Lines of Allegiance is about a brotherhood. A group of guys and female, that's me, that grew up together like a posse. Everyone had their own life. I don't know how to quite put it. To be honest, in that one, I just took the opportunity. I didn't really pay attention too much to the storyline. My role was so easy. It felt like I was just one of the guys. All right, well, who's snaking us out? Okay, oh, that's who's snaking us out. So as you'll see in that show, I peep who it is. I'm the hothead. I don't give a fuck. We not leaving no crumbs behind, no women. Yeah. And it felt like the typical, oh, you the hot one out the group. So it's just one of those. That's how I look at one of those cool crime dramas, crime movies. It's actually a movie though, not a series. So that's gonna be dope.
Okay.
And then when does Lines of Allegiance drop? Isn't it
July 15th on Tubi, Amazon, all that.
Okay.
Everything. That's a month away, exactly.
Yeah.
Producing wise, are they both by the same person?
No, they're actually 2 separate producers. Shout out Lies of Deception. Shout out to JPL. That's Steve. He's from Macon. That's his show. He wrote, produced. And Lines of Allegiance. Shout out to Bernard and Christopher Hughes, the Triple M production. Shout out to y'all, man. Those guys from Macon too. All of them been doing this for a while. From stage plays. And I actually met Calvin Bernard, all of them on Lines of Allegiance through stage play. You remember that stage play I did when I first moved out here?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was one of my co-actresses, and then he asked me to be on the movie. I did not know that man right. I was like, hold on. So that was a dope connection. You guys gonna love that show. Y'all gonna love
But you never know who you're gonna meet. That's the great thing.
Never know.
And
that's
speaking
why
of
so
meeting people, I feel like I know you well enough to tell you this, Shy. Baby, I'm gonna need you to get a light or something because you are hiding your face. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to get some kind of light, something. There you go. There you go. I was like, I'm not gonna let this whole show go. You know what I'm saying? The girls are gonna be in the comments. You gotta show them what you look like. Okay?
See how I can set this up.
All right, from VA to ATL. There you go, Shy. Come on. Because you know Shy is shy, so She trying to like be in the background. Nah, we ain't doing
I'm
that.
out.
You thought you
I'm
was
out.
slick. I'm gonna just be in the dark on this one. It's like it's both of ours.
My fault.
All right, so next slide, EK. So as you guys know, it is I think it's the Pride one, right? Huh? Oh, Father's Day. Sorry. All right, sorry. It's not the Pride one. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Let's see if I get this right. I get it wrong.
Happy Father's Day to my super duper engineer, the coolest white boy in Fredericksburg, EK.
Hey, you know it.
Okay. Happy Father's Day to my co-host Cedric.
Thank you.
Hey, happy Father's Day.
Love you, kids. Thank you, Shy.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna take a shot.
And all the stud daddies too. God damn it!
The stud daddies.
Oh, we're gonna get into the stud daddies because I want to know if you. Hold on, I'm gonna talk about that because y'all got an issue in the community. We're gonna talk about that.
I am overcoming past 2 months.
You already know what I'm about to talk about when it comes to fatherhood and the stud daddies. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna talk about our issues in our community
Not the stud
because the femmes are fed up. Damn it! All right.
One time to the fathers.
Fathers. Woo!
Ain't nothing like that, Loon.
Sometimes I just feel it. Woo! All right. So, before we move on, Cedric, did you do anything like dope for Father's Day today?
Today, yes, I actually did. Shout out to my family, man. My mom, got all of us together, as in the boys, her sons, and we had a little dinner. Dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever you want to call it.
What'd she make for y'all?
No, we went out to a restaurant.
Okay.
We had a good time, great laughter, shared some memories, smoked a nice, steamed some vegetables after.
You and your family and steaming fucking vegetables. His brother came on the show last week talking about, I said, what you like to do for fun? I love steaming vegetables.
And we know he's healthy.
You know it's healthy for you, and he's vegan,
but I thought he was really talking about steaming vegetables at the time. I was so thrown off. But anyways, that's good. So mama did y'all right.
Yeah, did us right, Then after that, came here. So I'm excited, ecstatic, ready to get this show on the road.
Okay.
And ready to meet this new co-host of ours, Shy.
He lying. He ain't ecstatic because he want to meet Shy and want to talk about the topics tonight. He is ecstatic because this boy about to go to Africa. I'm talking Ali Boumbaye. Like he is about to go to Africa. I'm so jealous. I'm trying to contain myself.
If y'all want to go, y'all can go too. It's gonna cost a little penny, but y'all can go too. It's inclusive to everyone. Everybody can go. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. Everything is there. Shout out Black. I see you steaming vegetables.
He said, I'm here, guys. Vegetable steamer extraordinaire. He's funny as fuck.
Yes.
You better be working on that podcast. Anyways, okay, so we're going to get into it. It is Pride Month, so we're going to take a little time to talk about Pride. Okay, so if you're living on the rock, you don't know what Pride Month is. It's pretty much the month that it highlights the LGBTQ look. After Q, I don't know where to go. We're gonna talk about that too. But it's a lot of letters and stuff being added on, and I just got lost. I don't know. I don't know.
Just say plus.
Yeah, pluses and all everything and all the allies and everybody, right? So it's the month that we celebrate our community. It's the month that there's a lot of pride events, a lot of gay events going on, a lot of lesbian events. We usually typically go out and party, what I'm saying. I'm not really feeling Pride Month this month. Sometimes we go through that too, but that's a whole thing as well. But it is here. And I wanted to pick some time to bring somebody on who's from the community as well and to talk about a couple of little, what I call gay topics. Okay. All right. So first of all, I want to play a game for the rest of the episode.
Okay.
Every hot topic we get into, we have to figure out a way to connect it to being gay or something gay in the part of it. So when something happens, so the person has to say that's gay. Okay.
All right.
If whoever says it gets to make the other person take a shot. Shy's not drinking tonight, but she can always call us out, and then I would call you out. You would call me out, and say, "Oh, that's gay. You gotta take a shot."
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. Because some of the topics do tie into that, like, you know what I'm saying? But when you say that's gay, like, everybody else has to agree. You can't just be saying that for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I'm ready.
Yeah. So basically, just to give a little history on Pride, it really started with Black and brown people fighting against police brutality and inequality in the community. It has definitely been whitewashed since then in many ways, but we won't even get into that tonight. But it basically was an uprising that was happening. There was these raids happening where people who are similar to a person like Shy, who are like masculine presenting, who dress more, masculine, they were being persecuted in a certain way. And then the trans community was also being persecuted. And then a raid happened. I want to say the place was called Stonewall. I think Stonewall, like a club called Stonewall. And they came in to raid, and you know what I'm saying? Black people was like, we're not having it. And then one person threw a brick, and then it kept on going, and they fought back. Oh yeah, the Pride, it has like a history.
How long ago was this?
I want to say 19. Hold on, let me find out because I know I have it. Because I always keep a receipt, honey. 1969.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. 69.
69, right?
Look at God. All right.
On purpose.
So it was called. So the first Pride was started in honor of the 1-year anniversary of the Stonewall riots.
Okay.
Yeah. And I believe Stonewall. It was called Stonewall Inn, the club. All right. So there was a gay rights activist and a male impersonator, which we would call like a drag queen now. Stormy DeLaVerie threw the first punch at the riot, and Marsha P. Johnson, who was an activist and also a drag queen, she kind of like organized the marches and demanded civil rights for the community, things like that. But a lot of people don't know that Pride started in the Black and brown community. I just wanted to shed light on that. All right, so in the gay community, for all of my straight people out there, there are many different types of people. And unfortunately, there's many different labels. Like there's a lot of labels that go on. That's why a lot of us who are older are like getting lost with the letters and stuff. We don't stop. We're like, when did this happen? Like, Shy, do you agree? Like they need to be adding on shit.
I used to stop at L, goddamn it. But got
right?
The QRSTUV done threw me off. I was like,
I don't know. They putting in Elon Musk symbols and all kinds of shit. I'm like,
they know the next sexuality is maybe. And then that says M.
Right?
See, I just start calling them the alphabet people because they taking all of them. They got majority of the alphabet. So, instead of being mean or calling gay or the F word, which you're not going to say, or any other, they're just alphabet people. Y'all all just alphabet people, and that's a good thing because we all need to know the alphabet. If we don't know the alphabet, we need to learn because we got the alphabet people out there.
Shut the hell up.
Happy Pride.
Anyway, I used to have a shirt that said Alphabet Mafia, and I wish I didn't get rid of that shirt. That joint was dope. It had like a pride flag and it said Alphabet Mafia. It was a dope shirt. Thanks for that gift, by the way. Anyways, so in our community, there's a couple of things that happen that I just want to kind of highlight on. One of the things that happened, like Shy talked about, how about the stud daddies? We're going to talk about it because it is Father's Day. So there is a tendency in the gay community for studs, which are masculine presenting Black lesbians. I want to get it clear. A white woman is not a stud. She's considered a butch. When it's that way.
So it's not bull dagger, it's butch.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What did you say, Shy? What is a bull dagger then? What is that?
A bull dagger? Did you say a
not
bull
you
dagger?
Throwing out the slurs out the gate. I was going to ease into that.
They're finna find out that I'm one of the biggest hypocrites in this shit. So we're going to have these questions. Come on.
A bulldagger is the term that was negatively used by our older generations.
Oh, okay.
To describe people like yourself. I was more so called a carpet muncher, but they would call you bulldagger. We're gonna just get into it. I mean, it is what it is. Now, I've never done my research to find out why old black women like to call him the damn bulldagger. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from.
It's the first time I heard that one.
They call it bulldagger. Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Or they say, she in her room, she call herself liking girls now. She call herself liking pussy.
So the older white woman is butch.
A masculine presenting white woman is butch. Now, I don't know if in that community you have to be a lesbian, but I know for a stud, that term was birthed from something, and it's a black lesbian. And a lesbian is a masculine presenting lesbian. So like right now, this new generation, these kids like to change everything. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of people claiming to be studs who are bi or who are tomboys. But if you are, you know what I'm saying, taking dick, I don't know what else to say it. I ain't talking about strap or anything else. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about penetration. But if you are with a man, you know, you really can't really be a stud because it's like contradictory or whatever. Not if you've ever been with a man, but if you're actively. What'd you say?
There's so many of them out here.
Oh, I know. In Atlanta. What'd you expect when you moved to Atlanta?
I'm from Woodbridge. I was like,
it is what it is. But anyways, so in the community, studs, and I'm not sure if there's any white, like mass presenting or white lesbians in the comments. Let me know if this happens in the white lesbian community. But in the black lesbian community, a stud is the best stepdaddy ever. Okay, let me tell you. They will step in, they will take care of the kids, and then the way it gets toxic is they might have been with this girl for a month. Okay? They will claim them children as their children for the rest of their life. They will call that girl their baby mama, even though she ain't talked to them in 7-8 years. Don't know the kids. Nothing. Don't know nothing's wrong with the kids, but studs love claiming other people's children, even if they didn't even have like a real relationship with the person. You know what I'm saying? So why do you think that is, Shy? This is your
Makes
people.
us look dumb as hell, don't it? Makes us look delusional and fucking greedy. It just pressed.
Depressed.
and that's my straight up at it type of way to explain it. In a more mature way.
Hey, Keita.
A sense of abandonment, natural, like being a natural caregiver. Some women lose sight of the fact that they still women. You got women that appreciate that we're still women, no matter how masculine, but you got some that lose sight of that. And that's why they get so caught up in the idea instead of just understanding, like, no, bro, like, you still a woman. Like, you still naturally love. It's easy. So you throw a kid in the fold on top of loving a woman, oh, baby, you might as well lure us in the trap. You all got to do is bring a bad kid. Lure us right up in there. Because it's like that love. It's a certain type of love that is just naturally given. No matter what hurt you go through, you get an ounce of it back. It's like, oh, and that's why they stay in that cycle of going back and forth. I literally had to stop that for myself. I had to stop that.
So you used to have some stepchildren out here?
Not to cross the leg. Not to cross the leg.
Not to cross the leg, child.
Listen, okay, my excuse used to always be, oh, I was a teacher, man. I love kids. And I didn't accept the fact that I wasn't ready. I just loved the idea of it. I loved the love because I knew what I didn't have, or the abandonment, or the certain things, trauma, like whatever. So they filled that void. And it's very easy to fill that void because kids love you for who you are. They're going to tell you the truth. They don't like you. They're going to tell you that. And you're going to know that. So it's like when you have that attraction, it's like, oh, wow, man, this how you feel as a parent? Oh, man, that nigga fucked up. That's my baby now. That's not how that works. That is just not how that works. I really honestly feel like we have to stop doing that. And I wish it has some kind of break, because I feel like we should do what the heterosexuals do. Why can't we start our own family? Why I gotta go pick up somebody else's, knowing damn well at the end of the day, scientifically, genetically, physically, and emotionally, it's just never going to work that way unless it's your kid.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be your kid. I've never, unless somebody could show me right now, I've never seen a story that flourished with somebody else's family. I've yet to see one. Not saying it never worked, not saying there was no love, not saying that there was no longevity to it. Where is it? Because that's what we get into the conversation of, well, why can't we be like our grandparents? Our grandparents wasn't gay, baby. That's how we got here.
Well, I do know some gay couples that it has worked for, and they're blended, so I will speak up for them. But I do agree it's very rare. And what happens is, like you said, they're not ready, but they rush into it, and then they think they have like a power over this child, and that mom is like, nah, you was just a relationship, you're gone. And they're chasing down the baby daddy or trying to say the baby daddy can't be in the life, whatever. I'm not against it. If you are, in that child's life and you've been a significant part of that child's life and y'all have agreed, you are the parent and you go forward, that's cool. But that's not what happens a lot of times. And it does make y'all look crazy. Like, it does.
Makes us look pressed and crazy, and then we hurt at the end. And these days, that shit's not a normal hurt. It's a different type of crash out. Like, you lose yourself and it's not worth it. It's just not fucking worth it. I'd rather have a family and start my family from scratch.
All right, so I'm glad you said that, because what other people may not know in the audience is, and I truly believe this. So I hear a lot of women, they come into my DM or they talk to me and they be like, girl, I'm about to come over to that side anyway, because these niggas ain't shit. And I'm tired of these men and da-da-da-da. And I always say, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't come over here. Don't come over here. You gonna cry. You gonna suffer.
Why do you say don't do it?
Because you're gonna cry and you're gonna suffer. And I'm gonna tell you why.
I say don't do it because we don't want you. You're gonna come over here doing bullshit. And that's the mindset we should have. It shouldn't be, because you're gonna it's too much. No,
I'm letting them know it's not a game. And there is no hurt worse than a lesbian hurt. Period.
It
cannot let you think.
Whatever you did. That straddle the fence, that want to be like, I want to try it out, but then I'm gonna go get some dick, and then then that's fucking with the guy too.
It is fucking with the guy, and that's wrong if they're actively flopping back and forth during the relationship.
Not if you come in mentally ready. Some people are okay with that, and I know some people that do that, and no shame in their game, because they're going to play it. Both courts, dribbling back and forth. Okay, cool, that's your game. Mm-hmm. But you have to be mentally stable for that. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do, however I want to do it, and I like who I like. That's respect. Like, I give that, jump in the game, make sure you know what you're doing. But the ones, like how you say, I want to try. What the hell are you trying?
That's the ones I'm talking about.
We are
right
still
there.
Human.
They come over and they run right back to the other side because they find out this shit is not a game. Now, don't get me wrong. Lesbian love is amazing. Like, when it's good, it is good. But when it's bad, it is horrible. And it's no heartbreak like it. I've heard it from everybody. I've experienced it myself. It is nothing like it. I'm talking about, I'd rather have 3 babies all 3 days simultaneously than to deal with that. It's crazy.
Seriously.
It's crazy. So I wonder if it's like that for gay men. Like, I've never really asked a gay man that, because all lesbians talk about it. Like, the heartbreak is just something that is on a whole different level. I wonder for men, but you don't see the men acting as crazy.
Because Mona, at the end of the day, like I said about
we're
women,
emotional.
It's natural. A man can't. They naturally have logic, even if they're,
EK's in the corner going, can I say something? Go ahead and say something.
Observationally, I find that a lot of the gay men that I encounter have a more selfish approach to the relationship.
Yes.
It's a more self-serving, and I think that plays into it.
Yeah, and we gotta start learning that on our side, because we U-hauling, which if y'all don't know what that means, it's in a lesbian world, it's like 1 month equals like 1 year. And you'll meet somebody and then they're moving in or you're moving in with them. It's called U-hauling, and it's very common. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say I haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does it.
I feel like it's just a little different in the men's part because, like y'all both said, women think more emotional.
Yes.
I think men, even though they're being whatever they want to be, I think they still think more logical. Just like Aaron just said.
No, y'all think more logical, but okay.
I mean,
we don't have to do it today. It's okay. Because I can break that shit all the way down, but it's okay.
I mean, but I still feel
y'all
like...
start wars.
I mean, I still feel like we think more logical.
Does it make sense?
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's logical. Like, you know, if it's going to be a battle, we're going to take it to a battle.
Yeah.
If it's not, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like y'all females, just in general, think more with emotion and nourishment and care, you know what I'm saying, than logic.
Yeah, I think so. I just think because of the emotions, you get so deeply wrapped up into intimacy, and that when when that bond gets severed, it's very emotional. It's very, very emotionally driven. And unfortunately, in our community, domestic violence is very, very high, very, very high. And a lot of people don't know that. It's just a lot of craziness that goes on. So I think sometimes you do need to have like support systems when you are in the gay community, because you don't want to let a relationship let you spiral out of control. And you also don't want to be, like we were talking about, like too selfish and not giving your partner what they need because you're self-serving. But I do agree with EK. I'm not saying that's what happens in all, male gay relationships, but I have seen that they take more of a, I'm gonna get what I need, or this ain't nothing. They're able to like really mess around without emotions more so than
not
us.
Afraid to be selfish with each other.
Yeah,
I've noticed that gay men have no problem saying to each other, "This is what I want.
This is my boundary. Yeah,
this is what I need for this to be."
And
that's why everybody should have a gay friend. That's my belief. Everybody should have at least one. They're gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you how it is, whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
straight or gay.
If they're a good one. I know some messy ass gay men. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Let's talk about it. Let's get to all the topics.
Yes.
There are some messy ass gay men out there. Like
they are. They very are.
And on one hand, I love them because I like sipping tea sometimes. But on the other hand, like it gets to a point where you're like, come on, dog. Like
we really talking about this. This what we talking about.
It's too much. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And you're a mean person. Like, you're just mean.
You're a mean person.
I don't know what happened, but you're mean. Please go home. Sit down, watch Pose. It's a dope show. You know what I'm saying? Boom. All right. So, EK just left, so we're still going to talk about some gay topics. Shy, what's something in the gay community that you want to talk about? See what happens when you put a lesbian in the hot seat?
Hot seat. Hot seat.
Okay. I've noticed it raised some flags lately the past year. Even though it's always been a thing. Studs not liking other studs. Like masculine women not liking other masculine women. And for me, the reason why I would bring that as an example is because when you interact and for me personally, being a gay actress and trying to reach the level that I'm trying to reach, being a gay actress, Black at that, I see what others are trying to do, like Carter the Body, dope, hard, the girl that played Coop. Like, I want to get further than that. So it's like, the odds that I know I'm going to face, I don't think it's going to be with the typical, oh, you're gay, this gay shit. No, I think it's going to be the studs and the gay people because it's not them. Like, that's what I don't like. And I would love to figure out what the fuck is the problem.
I definitely recognize that. I see that studs are very, very
protective,
egotistic.
Very like they just don't get along. And it's like rare. Like, I mean, you'll see some people who have a stud friend, but a lot of times the friendship doesn't last, or they think they're trying to get with their girl. Like, it's
or you can't get no other friends because they don't like niggas. They don't like studs. They don't like other niggas. So it's like, you have no reason to not like another energy that's likely like you or that can help elevate each other. So that would be a nice thing to change, especially like with the show that the Kingspin that my friend's trying to do, Tierra, like me leading that show.
Shout out Tierra. She was also a past guest.
Yeah, she's good. She's working on starting to get filming started soon for Kingspin. And we have the whole lineup for the cast. We just need like one more person, but we got a dope lineup for the cast and this masculine woman. So it's like we're gonna get to show like, we could get along, right? And still make this shit happen and change the narrative of shit. And like, so that's what we working towards.
I definitely I wish I knew why that was.
That's all right. That's all right.
I really wish I knew why it is like that, but I definitely noticed that a lot in many different ways. I want to ask as a closing question for the Pride topic before we move into other topics, because EK is not in here again. It's okay. Oh, okay, he is in here. Okay, so as the closing topic on this, Cedric, as a straight male, do you feel that you have progressed in your views on the gay community, you know what I'm saying, since, say, like 10 years ago?
Yes. Well, 10 years ago. Hold on. No.
Or before?
Before, I mean, all right, so I'll say like this. Like when I was like in school, I wouldn't say high school, like middle school, I was very homophobic. I was like, I don't want to be around nothing gay, no gay, nothing around. Like, but all right, so when I'm coming up in high school, I was one of those popular guys that like hung out with the I'm sorry to call them this, but like the nobodies in school. Like I would hang out with the unpopular kids just to, just to kick it with them sometimes. Like don't get it twisted. Like I hang out with the popular kids too, but like I just kick it with the unpopular kids sometimes. And sometimes some of them be gay, some of them be weird, but they're individuals, that need love and attention as a kid also. So as a youngin' at that age, I felt like I seen gay people different. You know what I'm saying? I seen it different, which helped me as a model. So me modeling, like I just start seeing so many different things. I had so many different questions. Not to, like call them out or be wrong against them. I just wanted to know different stuff about a lot of different things, like that go on with gay people. So I've asked questions. I'm around different gay people. I need to know how to act and interact with them. So it takes a lot of time to progress your mind. I don't want to say change. You progress and evolve with time. So I never liked to talk about the time when I was homophobic, but times have changed, and especially from 10 years ago. No, I wasn't homophobic, but like back in my like earlier middle school days, yes, I was very homophobic.
Okay, well, you have two lesbians here tonight. So is there a question that you always wanted to know about lesbianism? Or anybody in the comments, put that in there.
Look at this.
You're so crazy. Put that in there in the comments if you want to ask a question. Nothing is off limits, okay?
I got a question for both of you.
Aaron Thorne, send your questions whenever you... Oh. And
it's crazy. It's crazy growing up. People used to think, at least in my perspective of it as a kid, like people, because that was once me, I used to feel like they look at me like a cancer. Like, let me explain it. Like, if I just stand next to you, how you said, like, oh, I don't want to be around, especially dudes, they feel like that cancer is going to shade off on them, and next thing you know, they're going to pop a little leg and hit.
Especially back in the day.
But that's not just how it works. They don't want to accept the real cancer of being around gay people, and that's being happy and free.
That was a whole word. That's going to be a clip.
For sure.
That's going to be a clip. But with that being said, we're going to get into...
That's what you have
we can't hear you. Hold on. Go ahead. Say what you had to say, Sean.
That's why you have progressed. You have allowed yourself to be more open-minded and more open-hearted. So now you can think like that. Oh, I accept that cancer. I want to be around them because they're happy and free, not because they're fucking gay. And that's what you progress to. So that's what more people just need to think like.
So I got a question for both of y'all.
You made Woodbridge proud, Sean.
One more time. Hold on. All right. So what made y'all turn from being like, all right, I'm gay? What made y'all turn to do that? Like, what was the inkling that was like, all right, this is the moment. Like, I know I'm gay. Like, this is it.
So you want our coming out story?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll let you go. I gotta get something to drink.
Wait. The coming out story or the realization story?
The realization
No,
story.
mine has both in it. Yeah. So Sha has to get something to drink. So she don't made us look at her gaming chair. She be gaming.
She be gaming. We got link.
All right. So I've always known that I was attracted to women. I can remember being like in the first grade, kissing my friends. I really literally, I mess with every friend that I've had. Hold on. No, I had a standard though. So if they became like my best friend, I would not touch that. After I got to like high school. Any best friends I had, I'm sorry, y'all. If I'm putting y'all out there, but any best friend I had before high school, I at least sucked a titty. At least, right? Something happened. But I always messed with guys because I felt like that was what was acceptable. That's what people wanted me to do. I was supposed to, this. So I would always be like, I can mess with a girl, but I can never be in a relationship with a girl. You know what I'm saying? I would say that.
Yeah.
I would say that.
I heard that before.
Yeah. So then I went on to, grow up, definitely mess with women still, whatever, and mess with, date guys. Then I noticed that in order for me to satisfy that urge, I started bringing women in. Like, okay, I want to have a threesome because I'm bi. You know what I'm saying? I'm bi. But we would never want the guy to be there. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing about a threesome, I'll have to tell y'all that story one day, but this guy that I was dating was cheating on me, and I'm a detective, so I figured out who it was, and it was a girl I went to school with, so I hit her up. We set him up for a threesome, and he held us hostage all night with guns, and blah, blah, blah. He actually hit me up yesterday.
Oh.
No joke. Hit me up in my DM because he was telling that story to someone, and he wants me to call him to tell the story to this person so that I can show them how much he's changed. I said,
what?
Yes! This is the type of shit I get.
No.
I said, what, you want me to talk about that? Like, that shit is cute or whatever? I can talk about that for me, but you want me to go and tell somebody else the story? Like, you want me to tell the truth?
You showed you did not change, nigga, by talking and asking that damn question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
You want me to tell the truth? Like, you held us at gunpoint and my people had to come and tell you to look out the window? Like, what do you want me to say?
You only got one time to tell me something like that. I would never believe
Crazy.
Like, dog, what?
Insane. But anyway, so I would do threesomes and stuff like that. So then I got married very young because I've been on my own since I was 15. Long story. I got married to a man very young. I was married for 18 years. 19, got married, had children. I was definitely, I don't want to put too much, I don't want my kids to see. But anyways, I was, I still love women. And he definitely knew it. Yeah. Whatever. But most men will accept that. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff or whatever.
Yes, we will.
Some stuff happened. I was definitely not happy most of the time. And for many reasons, including that and other things. So when we decided to separate, I made up my mind that I was going to live my life free. And because I already knew, like, I did not feel comfortable with men. I've never felt comfortable with men. I've always felt like something was wrong, whatever. So when I got a divorce, I decided I was going to be who I wanted to be. And then I just accepted the fact that I'm not bi. I'm a lesbian. I like penetration, but I can get that from a woman. I don't have to have that from a man. So it was kind of like a coming out and a realization, but I have always liked women, like always. I can remember being very young, playing house and like, I'm serious. Like, I was hunching, you know what I'm saying? And I was hunching, and I really have always been attracted to studs. And the way that I know this, I've been attracted to studs and masculine presenting women. One of my first crushes was Michelle Rodriguez on Fast and Furious. I don't know, something about her sweating. Oh my goodness. And I used to be like, ooh.
She is bad.
Yes.
I like her. Yeah, she's bad.
Yes. And then like Carter the Body and all these different, lesbians. And I used to watch all these lesbian series, and it just all makes so much sense now. You know what I'm saying? I always kept a part of that in my life in some kind of way. I even took like pride in like everybody's like, oh, you like Queen Latifah? I'm like, she's secretly gay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, that's why I like her.
That's why I like her.
You had the bracelets and shit.
That's like my short end of the story or whatever. And then once I opened myself up to have actual relationships with women, and not like a secret relationship, because I did have secret relationships as well, where I kind of led women on, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I was just always afraid to make it public and have everybody know. But once I got past that and everybody knew, like, I don't care. And then when I experienced like the relationship part, forget about it. Like,
game over.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. The hurt part is almost makes you feel like I don't want to date an aardvark. I don't want to date anybody. You know what I'm saying? But it can be a very beautiful thing. And I hope to experience that again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Shy, what's your story?
I've been gay since I was little. Like,
I've been gay.
I like girls. The first lady I saw walking down the street, I was riding my bike, had my do-rag on with the fitted hat, you know what I'm saying, with the open baseball t-shirt with the white tee under. That's when you know you was in your prime tomboy days. With the baggy pants, yep. So I was riding the bike, and I saw this lady with fishnets. I believe it was a friend's mom at that time, because I noticed her when they turned around. And I was like, I got a crush on my friend's mom. And I was like, literally, like how I spoke to myself. I was like, oh shit, I like girls. Like, oh shit. Like, I'm already dressing. Yeah, I'm already dressing tomboyish. My mom already looking like sideways, be trying to throw in a little shit in there to make me not. But when I saw that lady and I said it to myself while walking with my bike, I said, damn. Like, I knew. I was like, wow. But I never just dated females as a kid. I had boyfriends.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I had
boyfriends.
I think that's why it's so easy for me to gravitate to men. I love men. I love men. I see myself in a relationship with one? Fuck no. Do I see me having a baby with one? Hell no. But do I see them around me? Will I go to them for certain? Yes, and hell yes. Men are very important and vital in my life, especially since a kid, because my father wasn't around. So even though I knew I liked females, I always craved that masculine energy, even if it wasn't exuding out of me, even if I understood it or not. So I had different boyfriends, little stuff like that, even dressing like a boy. So like it was very heartwarming when you said, oh yeah, we do. I was like, oh yeah, I know y'all do. Still to this day I get hit on by men. It's so funny, but I really appreciate men, but I've always been gay.
Men love studs. That's a whole nother subject for another episode. It's funny that you said your mom was trying to. Oh yeah, your mom was trying to like put you in dresses or whatever. I think my mom always knew too, because I can remember vividly many times that I would have friends over. Open up that damn door. What the hell you got the door closed for?
You got the girls,
but it would be certain girls, and it was always the girls that I was
trying to hunt.
Yeah, like anybody else, it was cool, but it was like, what you got that door closed for?
You couldn't get away with that.
Yeah. All right. So next slide. Thank you for telling your story. And Aaron, if you have a question, just go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay. So the BET Awards happened this past week. Did either of y'all get to catch any of the highlights or get to catch the awards?
Yes, I got a few highlights.
Same.
So I was kind of sad that I did not watch it in real time, because most award shows are horrible now, so I don't really even tap in. So definitely did not watch the BET Awards this year. But then I started hearing all this buzz about it, and then I went back and I was like, oh shit, like they did a whole throwback. Bow Wow came out and crushed it and reminded everybody, like, you better remember me. I'm Mr. Roll Bounce. I'm Mr. 106 in Park, baby. You ain't fresh as I'm is. Like, what?
Yeah.
Bow Wow came out, killed it. Kevin Hart was a good host.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx is still crying about the stroke. I don't know if he's real or not. We're gonna figure that out.
We're gonna find out.
What else happened? Oh God, there was one thing that I really wanted to talk about. I'm trying to remember.
Gorilla won.
Oh, Gorilla. So y'all know I love me some Gorilla, right? And her album is like such a ratchet, positive affirmation album. I love the album, whatever. But she has a song on there with Kirk Franklin, which is a great song. But they don't went and gave Gorilla the Bobby Jones Gospel
Gorilla Hallelujah
Award. And the black gospel community is pissed.
Gorilla hallelujah.
When I tell you they making videos, they in a car on TikTok, like, this is not acceptable, you know, blah, 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 blah. I get it on both sides. Like, it is technically like an inspirational song, and Kirk Franklin is on the song. So I get why they're doing that. And then BET is trying to be, you know, stay relevant. So I get it. But I also get that's not a traditional gospel song. And why are you not highlighting all these amazing gospel artists
that's killing it right now?
And my niece, Lily, she named why people were mad. It was some album that came out that should have been highlighted. You know what I'm saying? So that was wild. People are talking about that. What I love, as far as the gospel thing went, Black people love some gospel music because when Kirk Franklin came out,
up there, everybody was
they was like, "Stomp!" I don't care how gangster these rappers were in the audience. They was like, "Stomp!" GP, are you with that? I was like, "Oh shit, it's going crazy,
like,
crazy."
Is that little baby?
Yes. So I'm trying to think of all the performances. I know Glorilla performed.
B2K did horrible.
B2K, oh god,
they're horrible.
Okay,
I just watched that today.
But can you expect anything else? Like, how can you even perform next to the dude who went with your baby mama after, like, it's so much going on there with the Raz B stuff, with them not really validating what his experience has been and their experience, because they're trying to keep it low. And then Lil Fizz messing with Omarion's baby mama, who is now making TikToks with Tay Diggs. Like, it's a lot going on for B2K. The bad Omarion performance on Versus. You know, let's just give him a little grace on this one. And Bow Wow came out and they showed him up. Like,
yeah, it was just,
Omarion dances. Keisha Cole performed.
Yeah, and she's amazing.
She is amazing.
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor got a new song out too, for sure.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor is killing it.
Drewski and Casanat came out and did their little thing.
Drewski and Kai. There was another performance. There was another good performance. I'm trying to think.
They had like a bunch of them come back out back to back.
Oh yes, the throwbacks.
Yeah, it was T.I.
Wasn't it? Didn't Lil Wayne?
Yeah, Lil Wayne performed. Yes,
yeah.
and he actually did pretty good on a Millie. I have to give him that because he ain't been performing too great lately, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna talk about that. No, we're gonna talk about that album.
that album. He performed on that too.
That album is garbage juice. Garbage juice.
I heard a few more songs, by the way, and I was like, "Oh, Mona was right."
But I think it's the beats because I saw somebody online take that Lil Wayne album and put all the verses on different beats, and it sounded so much better. So it's like almost like he didn't care. I don't know. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? Omarion is the worst dancer in history. He's literally trash. Omarion, that's what happened to him. And we all thought he could dance. Like, you got served, nigga. Okay,
right?
Let's do it for Lil Saint.
When that man hit this shit, I lost it. He got it.
Don't act like you wasn't. I got an icebox where my heart used to be. Like,
no,
all of us did.
Bitch in the icebox.
Omarion looks like he can dance until he's standing next to Chris Brown. Then he's like, "Oh, you just like us."
That's not fair to put anybody next to Chris. That's not.
It's not fair for anybody. It's not. It's not. All right, next slide, EK. And can you turn Shy up a little bit for audio? Thank you. Thank you. That's messed up. Your brother said Omarion is the worst dancer. He's not the worst dancer in history, though. No, like, he can dance better than a lot of people.
Yeah, he can dance better than Ice JJ Fish, for sure.
Well, I'm sure he can do a lot better than that. So this next story is really sad. I came across this on social media. So basically, the video, I was going to put the video up, but I said, nah, I'm not even going to do it. But you can find it if you want to. Just go ahead and search The Frenchman or Duchess Dior. But basically, this was a couple, and they went live. I believe it was yesterday. They went live. The husband is like walking through the house. He's pissed. He's going off, basically accusing her of cheating. She's yelling back saying, well, you know, you have cheated. You've done this and that. I wasn't doing nothing. You're crazy, blah, 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 blah. They go back and forth. There's a lot of things thrown out there about STDs, about this and that. And towards the end of the video, she starts talking and she named somebody named Ubi. And then he was like, what the fuck you mean? What about him? And then she says some stuff, but you can't hardly hear it. The video goes away. And then tragically, he kills her. And then he killed himself. This happened like yesterday. Yeah. And they were like a social media couple. Since then, the mother has come out. His mother has come out and said that they both loved each other, but it was very, bad, toxic. They would just keep going back and forth to each other. Everybody tried to get them, help, whatever. The best friend who she was on the phone with on the live and like on, when she was killed, she was on the phone with this girl, has come out and talked and said, people keep saying nobody sent the cops there. The cops was actually there outside. Nobody knew that was going to happen. Boom, boom, boom. So anyways, this is on the heels of another tragic story that just happened. I can't remember their names, but they were YouTubers, like streamers. And one of them killed the other one and his wife, found him in like the public space and killed him. And it was over, you can get people's pages taken down by putting up strikes against them. It was over striking on YouTube. So this, to me, y'all didn't call me out, so I'm gonna call it out so you can't make me take a shot. But that was gay. He was mad because she was about to expose the fact that he had been messing with a man. I don't know if y'all caught up with me yet. But when she said Ubi, he was like, oh shit. Okay? I'm just putting it out there. It really, if you watch the video, it looks like he was like, oh.
So pretty much he slept with a man and he the reason why they got what they got.
She says it on the thing. She was like, I wasn't with nobody from you, so how the fuck I get it? And it's a lot going on. But anyways, that was the gay moment. But in this situation, and in like lately, what do we think is going on in society where it's like people are starting to kill people based on being embarrassed or losing something online?
You realize it's been men?
Huh?
You realize it's been mostly men?
Yeah. They can't help it.
Because they're losing their shit. They're being stripped of everything, damn near their pride with everything going on. It takes a very strong man to hold on every bit of that. Everything. Not just pride, but everything. That strength, the mental, everything. I have 2 brothers that fight every day, and they got none but kids out the ass. And it's like, they have people, but it's with people that... Keep my mind, I don't know who watching.
Yeah.
But it's enough to take this out. So it's like, you're not thinking straight. Once you lose this shit because this was broken and taken away from you and everything else about you as a man, what do you expect from one?
But is that an excuse to kill somebody over a YouTube page?
It's never an excuse for anything, but it's always a reason.
Yeah, an explanation.
And as long as we can find that reason, we got to start there. When are we going to start respecting men more, allowing them to feel like a man? And when are men going to allow themselves to be okay with that, no matter what that entails, but as long as it makes you feel like, that like you're king. As long as it makes you feel like you're a king, like no matter what that.
So you saying you think he snapped?
Yes. He wasn't allowed to be who he wasn't allowed to be comfortable with himself. No matter who that started with, whether it was his relationship, his mama, his daddy, who he was hiding with, he has to feel comfortable with. I don't care how much somebody hides something. You're going to keep hiding because you're comfortable, right? But you're not going to, but if you can't keep hiding it, you're going to snap. You have to have that freedom to be able to just live. And
that's an interesting perspective. I was thinking of it more of male fragility. That's what it seems like is happening. But I didn't think about maybe male fragility is so prevalent right now because they are feeling stripped of things and, stuff like that is happening. So that's a good perspective to look at it. I just think it's wild. I just think that shit is wild. Like we are losing people over
nothing.
How many likes somebody got. Like it's
over
crazy.
Nothing, man.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody want to talk. Nobody want to talk no more.
No, nobody wants to talk anymore. Everybody just wants to front online. Everybody wants the aesthetic. They want everything to look good. They want everything to be in their life to look like Instagram photos.
They want the easy way out.
That's not life.
The hard way out became harder. And now they don't want to fight. And it's like, well, if I do it this way and I can figure out this way, why not? That's why so many people doing so many different shits. Like, okay, I mean, if it makes sense, but it's like, why don't it? Look at the access. Look at the narrative that's being changed. Look at the people that's around, that's in power. Look at how can we not expect crash outs right now? Like,
Yeah.
it's like something's forcing the energy to crash.
That's true. The
That is- I
frequency of
agree.
our country is so crazy.
I
It's
agree.
trash right
That's why
now.
I like you, Shy.
I agree.
I like you. I'm
definitely
a
agree.
drink to that.
Yeah, I'm agree.
And Miss Jessie said happy Father's Day, said.
Thank you, Miss Jessie.
Yeah.
You going crazy.
Mhm.
Going crazy. She take a shot for you too, Shy.
Next slide, EK. Woo! All right, so a quick Diddy trial update.
Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go.
I gotta be careful with that because my homeboy is very close friend. So I'm gonna keep my comments and opinions very
Guarded. Yes.
Look, do what you got to
guarded,
do.
but I can still answer and chime in, but just realize through certain answers,
I mean, most of the stuff leaves you lost for words anyway. To your homeboy. This man likes sperm rubbed on him while he's having sex. I'm sorry, but
on his nipples.
But he's still a legend. Okay, on his nipples.
On his nipples.
But anyway, so I'm not gonna go into. I wasn't even planning on going into like all the stuff that's unfolded in the trial this week because it's almost becoming overwhelming.
Yeah,
like I try to keep up every day, and I'm like, I thought I was a freak.
Right.
I am so vanilla.
And that's where I'm confused. Why is weird? Why are we getting in trouble because the level of freak that we are?
Because they are using all of the freak stories. If you really watch it, they're including all the criminality in it. It's just that the public isn't really touching on that part because the salacious shit is what's making the headlines. But they're using it. They're building a case. Like you can see them doing it. I love court shit. I watch court documentaries. They are building a serious case against him to show criminality. They're showing this. It may look like this, but these people felt this way. These people didn't even know each other, and all of them are testifying that they felt this way.
Thing.
They felt that they couldn't go anywhere else. They felt that they were manipulated so much they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. Now, are they focusing so much on it where we're losing sight of the criminal aspect if it really happened? Sure. Do I think that some things are being overplayed because he is a very important figure and he's a black man in America? Yes. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I haven't heard stories about Diddy since I was in high school. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't love Tupac and I don't think that he has something to do with his death because I always have. And that's going to come out in the Keffe D trial. Watch. Yeah. Watch. But that's what happens with men of power. I don't care if you black, white, whatever. If you take any man of power and you start peeling the fucking layers back, they're going to be some crazy ass shit of how they got to where they got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How can you build a case while he's at trial? Because you build a case while you are unfolding the case. Yeah, you don't just come in and present all the stuff.
I honestly believe there's something there. I just don't think it's what they're trying to make it to be. I believe there's something he's did. Like his anger pushed the drugs, and the drugs and the anger together pushed the control, and the anger and the drugs and the control pushed the it's me. Who else you gonna go to? That's still fucked up. It's just I feel like it gets to a point where if you're willing. Even if you feel like everything's going to be taken from you, wouldn't you rather that taken from you than your fucking life? So I feel like people still had a choice. It's fucked up regardless, like I said, but everybody still had a choice to a point to where you allowed him to have that control over you where you had no choice.
I disagree. He groomed Cassie from the time she was a teenager.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they had a choice until they had no choice.
I don't think you have a choice when your mind is being manipulated by somebody in their 30s and you're fresh off the boat and I don't believe that at all. I think that you can definitely be conditioned. You can definitely suffer from emotional abuse. You can do that as an adult with the same age. So I know when you're on a different level mentally, that shit is fucked up. And to be honest, I'm gonna break down how I feel about Diddy. Diddy is a legend, okay? There are so many albums that are so legendary in my life that he had a hand in that I can't even treat him like R. Kelly, y'all. Y'all don't even listen to R. Kelly. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I did listen to When a Woman's Fed Up. That's the first R. Kelly song I have listened to in 18 years. I had to listen to it, okay? And that shit is a banger, okay? So I'm just make that confession. But typically, when people do certain things that I find are so egregious, it's like I can't enjoy the music anymore. I can't. Puffy is so ingrained in my childhood. I can't even do it. And I can do it with R. Kelly, but I can't do it with him because he's so many different artists. Okay.
So with me in the trial, right? I just feel like they worded, if they really want to get him the way they want to get him, they worded this terribly. Like, how are you going to get one person on a RICO? That makes no sense. It's an organization.
Mm-hmm.
So one person that makes no sense. The only people that has gotten charged with this is R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to bring it all back. That's why I got Kanye up there. I'm about to bring it. It's going to be more than one person. So my views on Puffy is I think that he really does suffer from an ego problem. I think if you know his history, his daddy was, you know what I'm saying, a street nigga, right? So he's a legend. His mom is said to be very, like, overwhelming, used to embarrass him in public, like, overwhelming mom. His dad was killed when he was young. So he grew up, your dad is a dope boy, dad's a street dude, whatever. But then later on in life, he found out the truth that his dad was a snitch. We're going to go all into it. Mm-hmm. So people don't look at him with that same respect as much because his dad actually snitched as well. So then he starts to amass power. He's a very driven person, whatever. He's also said, if you watch the trial, to have a Tootsie Roll sized penis. A Tootsie Roll sized penis. Okay? And when that happens, sometimes it makes people get little man syndrome, which is why he probably don't like performing like that. He likes to watch more and, you know what I'm saying, be in the corner with his burqa on. This man wears a burqa during these freak offs. There's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot, okay? But anyway, so I believe that he suffers from some ego problems and that, you know, power, money, whatever, got big. Okay. So this past week, there's a lot that has been revealed. We haven't seen Lauren London come. It's always been rumors because, like I told y'all before, you know, Lauren London and Nipsey, lifestyle, swingers, all that shit was going on. Mm-hmm. But this week, the man of all men showed up for support, Kanye West. So Kanye shows up in court to support Diddy. If you don't know, he's like really close to Diddy right now. Diddy is dumb to be close to Kanye West because Kanye West don't leak the fucking audio of the phone call and all kind of shit. But anyway, he's coming to support. Kanye West is probably in the background trying to work out things with Trump so that eventually when Diddy gets convicted, because I do believe he will be convicted of at least something. Yeah, I think he's working on something. I really do. But that's just me. Okay. The thing when you say they're only building a case against one person, I don't believe that. I believe that they could have built the case against the whole organization, but they have used so many people in the organization to turn against him and given them immunity that they're not going to do it that way. They are going to come after Diddy, and there is so much evidence and videos, apparently, of all these celebrities. They are going to start coming after these different celebrities. There is now a very strong rumor from many people inside the camp that the celebrity couple that was talked about on the stand this week is Kanye West. Okay? So apparently Kanye and his wife, we don't know if it's Kim. We don't know if it's the white girl. We can't remember her name. We don't know. Yeah. Okay, Bianca, the weird one who looks like she's like not there. Bianca or Kim was going to these freak-offs with Diddy. If they can prove that these other celebrities, including Jay-Z, who has kept himself really out of it. Jay-Z smooth, man. Hey, that nigga's smooth.
That's
smooth
as shit.
They came with a lawsuit with him. He was like, "Oh, fuck that! You have no receipts. Let's go. Let's go."
That's that Sagittarius.
Sag life. But I think that they are like people are like, "Oh no, they're gonna lose the trial." I really think they're gonna get him. Like. They are really slow building and they are making the jury be disgusted by him. That's why they're talking about all this stuff, because we don't give a fuck how freaky he is or whatever, right. But most of society cares. And you can say a jury is non-biased, but those type of things matter. So now they're looking at this man with disgust. Like if you watch the pictures they're drawing in court, the jury's face is like, like crazy. So anyways, that's what's going on with the Diddy trial. Y'all definitely tap in. Is there anything you heard this week or saw? Oh, y'all do know Jane Doe, who just finished testifying. Jane Doe 2 is 50 Cent's baby mama.
Oh.
Y'all do know that, right?
I did not know that.
The Asian girl that Puffy was dealing with is 50 Cent's baby mama, and that's why 50 been on his ass for years.
Oh.
That shit is, the trial is amazing.
That makes so much sense. All right. See, the first Jane Doe, You know, that was the ex-girlfriend. You know, I seen that one. I didn't know about the Jane Doe. That's
And it's 50 Cent's baby mama. If y'all don't know, she's really upset. She's still, first of all, Diddy still got her mind. He like, I Turner, I'm in here. She was like, I was hoping.
What they say when you do crack, you gonna keep going back, right?
Well, I don't know what they say about crack, Shy.
No, because he called her his crack pipe. So
yeah, he did.
I did hear that.
So apparently Diddy used to like treat her fucked up though. Like, would you just be like, she'd be like, I'm tired. I don't want to fuck all these dudes all night. And he'd be like, but you a superstar. You gotta keep going. He says he told her stay in the light. He told her stay in the light. Now this is 50 Cent's baby mama. Can you imagine hearing this? And then the only reason they like separated or broke up was because he got locked up. She was still connected, but she was jealous of Young Miami. The trial is salacious. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot going on. If you know who these people are, it's a lot. Then the Punisher is one of the escorts who testified, okay? He's on Vlad TV talking about the freak-offs in detail. I don't know how he's doing that.
If he could look like this while doing it, he might as well, cause bro, what?
These were some of the ugliest escorts ever. Like what? I don't understand. They could have got Omari Hardrick.
No, but that's why, because he wasn't touching them. He would let you do the work.
Yeah, but you were attracted to your girl fucking on somebody who's like ugly and weird.
I thought they said he didn't pick them out. I thought they was Cassie or somebody else picked them out.
Oh, I don't know. I think he had control over everything. And she just did what she was told.
I heard somewhere he didn't. She would go find him.
Well, Cassie needs to get. Cassie don't have a good. I mean, that look like the bottom of the barrel escorts.
Like I don't Craigslist or something. They used to find
it was Craigslist.
That's what it looked like. She was on Backpage like shit. That's crazy. But anyways, if y'all haven't watched it, and then Diddy asked to let him. Yeah, Diddy did ask 50 to take him shopping,
right?
Which was hilarious. 50 talked about that story years ago, like crazy. Jay-Z, Sean Epstein, Carter. I don't want to believe it yet. But I don't want to believe it yet because I don't want to let go of the albums. But man,
but Jaguar White is talking that stuff.
Everything she be saying be coming true.
What? Like I'll be like, no, Jaguar, no.
And she been talking for years, so it's a lot. It's a lot going on. But anyways, y'all make sure y'all catch up on that Diddy trial because every day it's something crazy. It's hard to keep up. I'm reading the transcripts. I'm like, wait, who is this? Wait, where did sperm go? Huh? Where the baby? Oh, like I don't know. Everybody is connected here for sure. Yes. All right, next slide. All right. There was a lot of stuff I said this last segment that was gay. So Cedric Drake.
It definitely was.
Cedric, take a shot.
It definitely was. You got to take a shot with me though, because you said a lot of gay stuff.
That's not the rules.
You did say where the baby oil. That's considered gay.
Yeah, I was gonna call it out, but you just kept going.
Damn it, Shy! You supposed to be on my side.
I was waiting for you to finish, but you took the words out of my mouth.
What kind of community is this? Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
No, Diddy.
Woo!
Just throw that out there.
What's up, Rusty Gut? That good go-go in the house. What's up, Anthony? Woo.
What up?
Okay, so Complex just released a list. Most of us, we're hip-hop heads or artists in some kind of way. Shy is actually an artist as well. But we definitely don't really pay attention to the list because they're usually bullshit. But this last one from Complex, I definitely looked at the last, the top two. And I agreed with them. But I couldn't figure out which one was which. I was like, I don't know. So this question is posed because everybody's talking about it now. Enough time has gone past. Do we feel like Not Like Us is the greatest diss track of all time? Now, let me include the fact that Kendrick just performed in Toronto
2 times.
The crowd, this is Drake's hometown. The crowd kept begging him to encore for Not Like Us, then followed him to Ho Ying Ming or whatever, the restaurant that Kendrick named on the diss track, followed him to that restaurant, and they performed that shit outside in Drake's place, okay? So, first of all, if I was Drake, I'd be punching the air. I'd be so mad. But, so mad. Hey, PJ.
What up,
okay, so PJ says, hey, I miss you, PJ. I haven't seen you in
definitely,
a while.
Definitely.
He said best, no. Most popular, yes. Okay, so I'm going to give my opinion, then y'all give your opinion. My opinion, in the two ones we're talking about, okay, do we all agree it's a toss-up between Not Like Us or Hit 'Em Up?
I can, yeah, Hit 'Em Up is
Do you want to put somebody else do you want to put another song in the chat? You want to put Ether in there or Vaseline?
Ether is a good one. Ether was a good one.
Hit 'Em Up, though. You think it's better than Hit 'Em Up? I don't know.
Okay, so this is the thing I feel like. I'm struggling because there is nothing that compares to That's Why I Fucked Your Bitch, you fat, ugly motherfucker. And first off, fuck your bitch and the clique you claimed. Like, what better opening line is that, right?
Yeah.
And I lived it. I was there. It was, I mean, you remember when Hit 'Em Up came out.
Did you say Kicking the Door?
No, that's not a diss song, though. Nah, it's not considered a diss song. It's like, Who Shot You is more of a diss song than Kicking the Door.
Well, if you put it like that, then yeah, Hit 'Em Up. Yeah.
But Hit 'Em Up was people were like going crazy. Like, I remember being on, I ain't gonna say where I was at because I'm aging myself, but I remember being around people and beefing. Like, fuck that, the West, fuck that, we're the East. I remember that. Sure. You know what I'm saying? It was really huge. And to this day, it is compared to every other diss song because it was so visceral. So I think it's the most scathing, the most popular. Well, no, I think Not Like Us is Jay-Z. Takeover. To me they're great diss songs, but nothing had the impact. Nothing had the impact like Hit 'Em Up or Not Like Us. That's why I'm struggling. But Not Like Us, okay, follow me now, became a banger. And Not Like Us has one-liners that will be said for the rest of history.
Forever.
I mean, if I say probably a minor, everybody's going to say it. If I say, what? What do you say next?
Everybody.
Oh, my bad.
What? I'm going to hit 'em up.
No, Doc, fuck 'em up. See, y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. That's why Hit 'Em Up probably is the best. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I feel like. Not Like Us is either number one or number two. And I'm a Tupac head, I almost want to say it's number one because not only did he release something scathing, he released something scathing that people can actually fucking dance to. Like, that is a skill.
And all right, that's what I was going to go to.
You know?
That's the part I was going to. So I feel like Tupac, that's just that's a hood classic. Mm-hmm. It's a hood classic forever. That's legendary. But Not Like Us, it's a culture thing. It's this song towards Drake, but he made it so you can put it towards Black life. You know what I'm saying? They not like us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
He made an anthem.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So it's just hard.
That's why I think it's number one. I think it's time for us to have that conversation. Yeah. He made an anthem that you don't even have to even know who Drake is. I mean, you're going to know who Drake is, but
he made it very, very universal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the Cali Bop, which feels like summertime no matter when you hear it.
Yep.
I mean, anybody, it's a long song. For him to make a banger that is that long, the video has so many references to it. You know, Pac was dope, but he was so mad. He just said, put the fucking green screen up. You know, my friends, I'm going to let my friends rap on this. I don't give a fuck. Pac was just mad, you know what I'm saying? And he just had that white screen behind him. And he's in the camera. It's all bad.
Well, wasn't that time more of a direct? If you're going to diss somebody, I'm going to do it direct. I don't have to do it subliminally or universal. I don't give a fuck who's going to dance to it. I'm going to tell you what I feel, and this is what it is.
It's more raw.
But but nobody had ever did it like them. Nobody had ever did that. It was always disses, I got the better rhymes than you, hoorah, like, you know, like that, or whatever. It was never, I used to let you sleep on my motherfucking couch, you funky ass, you know, it was never that. It was like, God damn, like, what did he do? And the reason why Pac came out like that and did that is because he really believed that Biggie and Puff, Diddy, which nowadays, I think Biggie might not have known anything. I think it was Puff, the first setup, but that's a whole different thing. But anyways, he thought that he had set him up to be shot, and then Biggie makes Who Shot Ya and chooses to release that song, which now we know that was Puffy who chose to release that song. So of course it's going to sound like you are talking to me, who used to be your mans, who helped you in this industry, saying Who Shot Ya. So it's almost like the powers that be.
Damn, that's kind of shady. Damn, I know
that's
that.
Your man Diddy.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's your man. Take that.
I'm saying
technically,
that right there is why Pac wins. That's why it's the best diss track.
Why?
Because it ended with him getting shot. Like, he died.
Yeah, but
your diss track was so effective, you got killed for it. You win.
He didn't get killed for the diss track, though.
How do you know?
I think he got killed because of who he was. For power.
Powerful.
It was like y'all West Side niggas. I mean, y'all East Side niggas gonna come over here on the West Side thinking y'all could just do whatever. And I felt like that's where the setup came up. That's why I feel like everybody think like what's the name had something to do with it because
I think it was bigger than that, though.
I think it was government.
I think it was.
You have to understand. You have to understand COINTELPRO.
Who his mom was, like
how he's connected to Matumia.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it was bigger than that. And I wanted to say about also like my brother. He's a Tupac head. I'm a Biggie fan. So we always had this riffraff, always. As time goes on, I love lyrics, so I understand Tupac in a different realm.
Way now that you're older.
What I'm saying? Yeah. So not to slight Biggie, I still think Biggie is an ultimate legend. Like I think he would have not put out as much hits as Tupac as time has gone by if he had lived. But I still feel like he would have been one of the greats in the game. But with all that said, Tupac would have.
He was different.
He would have crushed this whole... Like, Tupac was what is now. Like, and it's crazy that back in those times, 30 years? Like, he was...
There was nobody who was as prolific as him. There was nobody who was as talented. You can watch him in film and like, oh my God. And then he would have probably became a politician. But
You said 30 years?
Like 20-something, 30 years ago,
it's like
I'm 30, so you got me over here like, damn.
It's like 30 years.
Well, welcome to the club, because I just saw a thing that said Ice Cube turned 56 today. I said, what? 56? Good Lord. But the thing that warms my heart about this whole debate is not like us, the greatest diss track or Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. And, EK is chiming in with, different things and different views about the whole Hit 'Em Up thing. There's something that Tupac said on MTV many years ago. It's a great interview, and he's talking to Tabitha Soren, because I'm that much of a Tupac head that I know who he's fucking being interviewed by. Anyways, and he says, I may not be the change in the world, but I guarantee that I'll be the spark, something like I'll guarantee I'll spark the brain that changes the world. So fast forward to Kendrick Lamar, who when he was a little boy, saw Tupac and Dre rolling through the hood and got to interact and meet with them. And now Kendrick Lamar, who is from Compton, who is also very thought-provoking, is now an artist from that who saw Pac and was inspired by him and talks about it, who now we're debating if his diss song is the greatest of all time against the person who sparked his brain. I just think that's fucking genius.
That's crazy.
I think it's fucking genius. Yeah, it's awesome.
I like how you did that, Mona. Yeah, I like how you did that.
Something slight, you know what I'm saying? Something slight.
I like that.
So, Shy, what's your final answer? My final answer is I'm almost ready to say that Not Like Us is the greatest diss track of all time because
it's equivalent to the Hit 'Em Up.
Yeah, but it has so many. It's like it's a banger. It's a bop.
It's a banger.
Yeah. Hit 'Em Up is dope, but we have to be honest. Tupac's friends weren't the best rappers. Okay,
they weren't.
They weren't. He just put them on. He was a good man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they weren't the best rappers. We're just being honest. So Tupac's lines are like the best part of that song.
For sure.
But Kendrick got the whole song.
He got the whole joint. and the crowd sings along with it constantly. Like there's
go.
so many lines. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the man started singing gospel in the song.
So when you break down,
like,
so when you break down the chemistry problem, it comes out to be that he did that shit. Like he won that shit. Like the way
okay,
he broke
so are we
it down,
saying that Not Like Us is the greatest diss track of all time?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree because like even though I said all of that about Tupac, I still feel like Kendrick came through and absolute bodied that Not Like Us. Like, just like you said, there's so many little parts you can take from that song and just iconic moments. Like, you can sing along with. Like,
he a fan. That's my part.
69.
Yeah, 69 God. run for your life. Like there's so many lines. It's almost like a great black classic movie. You know how
all I know is me and my best friend hit that dance floor as soon as we hear it in the club every time.
Of course. Of course, like everybody dances to it, but it's like a black classic. Like, you know, when you say "bucket naked," you know what movie that's from. Period. So from now on, when we say, you know, probably A minor, you know exactly what that's from. I just think that's dope. PJ, you said I'd put 100 Miles and Running by NWA because it was bigger than rap. Do you really feel that like that's a diss song though? That's not really a diss song. I definitely put NWA as a very influential group.
For sure.
Very influential group.
For sure.
And we can have an NWA debate later because I have a very hot take on NWA that people are not going to like.
I feel like they one of the
Should I say it?
One of the greatest groups.
If they didn't have Ice Cube... Let me tell you something.
But they had Dre too.
If they didn't have Ice Cube writing those rhymes and Dre producing.
They had the voice
Everybody else.
They had
Everybody else.
Eazy had the voice. He had the voice.
Once they told him how to make his voice,
yeah, for sure.
But.
Yeah. As a rapper, no, it wasn't it.
I mean, Ren, I'm not saying he's bad, but was it memorable?
No.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. PJ gonna be mad at me for saying that. And Aaron, you said Ether. Ether is a dope ass diss song. I probably would put Ether at 3. I think I'm putting Ether at 3. I think because it was almost like Ether was the shy kid in class that everybody picks on who never says anything back. And then all of a sudden he opened his mouth and he was like, oh shit. That's kind of how Ether was. So I definitely think that's probably number 3 for me. It was the aura of all those people during that time. Oh, you know niggas real when they start talking about aura. If the Bulls didn't have Jordan, yeah, for real.
Yeah, NWA. Yeah, I mean NWA. NWO. Yeah.
Yes. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I believe that's our last slide. And thank you so much, Shy, for chiming in today. We greatly appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Can you tell everybody where they can find you, where they can watch you, if you're doing any music stuff right now, all that good stuff? Can you talk about it?
Got you. So right now, I'm not doing any music stuff right now. I do have that on hold because I feel like head on with my acting. Like, I love this shit. This shit different. Like, how I felt when I first started music is how I felt every time I get behind that camera. And that tells me a lot. Like, so y'all can look me up by my government name. That's what I'm making official. It's no more Shy the Artist, even though I still go by that. You look it up, it'll still pull up Shael Porter. That's my name, Shael Porter. And you'll see my credits on IMDb. You'll see the Lines of Deception pop up. That should pop up first. And then the Lines of Allegiance is on July 15th. So if you guys keep searching me up, follow me, like my posts, check out, tap in, as long as we keep building the algorithm, helping out, we're helping yourself out too, because again, I'm coming from Woodbridge, a town where everybody's trying to make something happen. So if we can all help each other, it's going to come right back home. So let's tap in. Let's really get it.
And shout out to Woodbridge.
Yeah, shout out
big
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge.
Shout out to Williamstown. Shout out to Georgetown. Shout out to Bayview. Shout out to Fillaret. Shout out to Del City.
All
of Del City. Everywhere. Even
And
Princedale. Shout out to Occoquan even. Shout out to Lake Ridge even.
Hey, now.
And,
Shout out to Garfield High School even.
And shout out
she's
to
turning
everybody
a new
who
leaf.
is actually, shout out to everybody who's stepping out of their shell too. And that means out of Woodbridge. Get out, go explore, go move, go travel, stay for a week, a month. Like, talk to, please talk to people. Like, I don't care if you said, hey, I like those shoes. It sparked a conversation. It sparks, you never know who you run into. I swear on my soul, I'll point out somebody's nails. I'll point out somebody's cologne or something. And I'll point out their aura and their energy. And the next thing you know, it's a connection. Like, it's money to be made. It's moves to be made. There's a lot of opportunity. So we need to get really tapped in. Let's do it.
I definitely agree. Well, thank you so much for being on. I definitely appreciate it. When you come back and visit, you gotta, come see us little people who are in Atlanta.
You already know. That's first. That's first thing first.
I got an artist that is probably coming out in Atlanta soon. So
let's tap
we definitely gonna have to link up. And I also wanna get into this acting thing. I didn't got some hit ups about being in some movies and stuff. So I have to link with you on that. Definitely have to link.
Let's do it. Like right now, I got casted for background on Tyler Perry, Sisters. Y'all know that?
Yes, I remember that. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah,
that's who you need to network with. Tyler, your nails are cute. Your shoes look nice. Taraji was great and strong.
I need to hit his little dance he did at the BET Awards. Walk up to him.
He was on the BET Awards too.
I mean, you need to walk up to him and be like, I understand the power of the Rakadishi. Like, you need to say everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Period. I understand the highest. I watch all your shows. That's exactly what I would be. Tyler Perry. I was a hairstylist for over 20-something years. I can help you with the wig.
I got you. I already told my barber I'm bringing her on to be my set cut. So I don't play now.
Hey, don't make me show you proof. Don't make my clients talk to you. I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing. But of course, I need to talk to you anyway because I'm in a movie on Tubi and on Amazon Prime as well, and I want to know how you get IMDb credits. How do you do that?
Yes, we gonna talk. You need to do that.
We're going to do that.
That way, you tell these motherfuckers Google you.
Yes.
Yeah, Google me, bitch.
Yes, I do that now. I understand.
I also need help with that.
Oh, do you? Yeah, so we all need help. All right, so we're going to go to the next slide, the ending. We just want to remind you guys that if you ever want to come on the Dope Dichotomy podcast and you're watching, we do live music reviews. You can send in your reviews. You can send your MP3s to my email, my Instagram or Facebook, or you can hit up Sed, send it to him. It's hilarious that Shy is sweating because people be sweating when they're in the studio with us, and she's not even in the studio and she's sweating because the Dope Dichotomy is hot.
So dope.
Cedric's brother was over here like James Brown last week. I was like, God dang.
He done took his shirt off.
He done took his shirt and started wiping his head. Crazy. All right. And also we do in studio like live sessions. So you can actually tap in, come in, do like a $20 studio showcase where we showcase local artists. We always support the artists. If you want the additional footage, you just pay $20 for the performing footage and it's good to go. Boom, boom, boom.
Speaking of which, my brother and his padre is seen this show last week and was like, yeah, we're going to get on this and try to perform.
Oh, your brother performs?
They have a song that they did together.
Did they?
He rapped. Yeah, remember he said he'd get high and...
Okay.
Yeah. So they got a song that they recorded.
They got to come through and do that.
Yeah, I told him.
Well, he ain't Shy, so he'll hit me up about that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Shy,
he
you
was
too.
He was a great guest, though. He was a great guest.
You too. You gotta come perform.
Oh.
Shy performs really good, too. Shy's a great performer.
I need to see that.
And she's a dope-ass rapper. I'm about to show you my favorite song that she's on when you're done.
I need to see that.
You still remember what my favorite song is that you've ever done?
Let me think. Raw?
No, the one that you are on with
Don.
No, the light-skinned chick. What's her name?
Fuck Sipping on that Hennessy, and I'm running that doobie. Give a fuck about a nigga who choosing, nigga. We winning, I ain't worried about losing.
That's my shit. I used to love when she performed that song. That's my joint. But yeah, she's a dope performer too. So of course, when you come through, if you want to perform, you can, or if you want to just be on your Denzel Washington shit, we respect that too.
We respect that shit too. Yeah. But you know, I be on my model shit.
Respect. But anyways, I just want to let you know I am so proud of your progress. I'm so proud of where you're at, what you're doing. You know, how you're just trying to figure it all out, and you know, because we had conversations, and you definitely took a leap and did what you was, you know, saying you was going to do. So I think that's just really
hard
dope.
To do.
That's really dope.
Been out here for almost 5 years and counting now.
That's really dope. It's been that long.
All to it is gets to do it.
That is crazy. But thank you so much for being on. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back next week with Trey Bird from Say Less Apparel. Hey! Yeah. Just coming fresh off his honeymoon cruise, looking like a black ass man now.
Oh, he got suntan.
Oh, him and his wife. I wrote them because they both light skinned. I wrote them. I said, y'all coming back black as hell.
They're gonna be darker than you, Lord.
Yes,
Lord,
for sure. All right, so y'all make sure y'all tune in next week to definitely check that out. Make sure you check out Shy's upcoming series or movie, or is the series season 3, right? And movie.
Yeah.
Make sure you check that shit out. Go like, follow, subscribe, all that good shit. Just remember that we're now streaming live on YouTube as well. Make sure you follow our YouTube page. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Later.
Happy Pride.
Happy Father's Day.